Today, this video is going to be showing you, if you have an older model of Away Luggage, how to change out that battery. So, like the newer models, you just press and you take that battery with you. Now, one of the great things about having a removable battery, of course, is that before you get on the plane, it's as simple as that. You just pop out your battery, and then when you're going off the plane, you just pop it back in, and you're good to go. I like this feature even better, not just so much because of the guidelines, but because now when I'm going to trade shows or somewhere where I'm going to have poor reception and I know it's going to drain my battery, I pop that out of my suitcase, whether I'm going on the plane or not, and I have this always removable battery with me whenever I'm traveling. So this one here, as I showed before, there is no pop-out feature, so we're going to change actually this whole framing system right here. If you had a piece of luggage from Away, they sent these out for free. So as I said, this is really by far the best luggage I've ever owned, and from working with a company standpoint, backing their product, that is incredible, because I can only imagine the thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of luggage cost that this cost them to get this done. But ultimately, you can see that they stand behind their product. So let's get into this. Let's move the newer model off to the side. And to do this, they say it should take about 15 minutes. And I've already done this a couple times, so hopefully I'll stick to that 15-minute timeline. Inside the box, they give you this little tiny set of instructions, and basically all it says is unscrew the framing, rescrew in the framing. It's actually quite simple. So we'll set that off to the side, and set that off to the side. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is unzip the fabric liner right here, and then you'll notice that it exposes the frame. Alright, so once you unzip this liner right here, you'll see that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 screws which need to be taken out of there. So these are just little tiny fabric covers with a little bit of adhesive on the back. We're going to save those because we're going to want to put them back on. Now all we're going to do is take out these screws. Now again, they give you instructions, so it's not like you're going to accidentally unscrew the wrong thing. We're going to save these screws because we're going to use them again. So just put that right there. Alright, I'm already halfway done. Now, as an alternative, you can send your luggage out to Away, and they will do this for you. But you have to pay to ship the suitcase to them. But we opted to do this because we figured it would be pretty easy. They wouldn't offer an option for end users like us to replace something in their suitcase if they knew that everyone was going to get mad that it was too difficult. But literally when we did this, the instructions are so easy to follow, and it's just a couple of screws, that this saves you a lot of time, because it's going to be roughly 4 weeks time for them to replace this for you, etc. So now that we've taken out those 6 screws, you'll find that this in the back just kind of comes a little bit loose. And so you just work that a little bit. Once you find that's kind of loose, this will all pop out. And I'll show you what I mean. Don't be afraid to give it a little bit of a nudge there. Again, don't worry, you're not going to hurt it or anything like that. And you can see now we have the frame of the suitcase handle. So we're going to put that right down here. And take out the new one. And as you can see, the new and old one look very similar. The only real difference is this compartment right here that they've retrofitted for the suitcase. So let's go ahead and put this back in. All right. And to do that, here again, I'm going to just slide this in here. And then do the reverse of what we just did. So at the very bottom here, there's these little tiny catches where this slides right on into. So these are the trickiest parts of this, is just to line this up. But again, it doesn't take very long. You see I've already done that. Now it's slid into place. All I'm going to do is put these screws back in. So this one is over here. Now, one thing that I can recommend to you is if you've got a couple of these suitcases laying around and you're saying to yourself, you know, I don't travel that frequently, don't really know whether or not I need to do this, will the airline catch me if I do have a battery in there? Well, I can tell you that the airline, or the FAA, and that means airlines, are being more and more sticklers about this. It used to be no one knew what a smart luggage was. I remember when I was one of the few people in the airport to have smart luggage. Now, when I go to the check-in counters, if there's anyone working with me, then one of the first questions they ask me is that a smart luggage? Have you removed any of your batteries, etc.? Which tells me that this is becoming a big enough thing that the airlines don't want to have problems with it. So what you don't want to have is a situation where you're going to get on your flight and somebody stops you, etc. And this also tells me that the government, the FAA, is probably going to be cracking down on this a little bit more, which means they're going to start probably implementing fines or something to that effect. So if you haven't gotten around to doing this, I would definitely contact Away. I don't know for how long they're going to offer this for free. This may be something that they only do and then they stop after a period of time because they're giving everyone the opportunity to change it. So again, this is a free thing that they're doing, and I think it's fantastic. It's another reason why I don't think I'll buy anyone else's luggage anymore. They've just been an incredible product, and also company standing behind their quality. So now these last two again are the most tricky to get in, but it is doable. And once you get started. Okay, now that all the screws are in, I'm just going to replace these little tiny sticky things. If they don't exactly fit into the same place, that's okay. All these are here for is so that if you really jam-packed your suitcase or something like that, that the fabric liner won't wear a hole into itself. So worst case scenario, if they come off and they're not sticking or something like that, just get a piece of duct tape or whatever. It's really not that big of a deal if they're even in there. Okay, so now we can go ahead and close this back up. Our suitcase is ready to receive the battery. Now this is a big key. Don't forget to get your battery. So they're not shipping you another battery because you already have one. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the old battery out, and literally it's just 2 screws here. And when we do this, and voila, our battery. So this is your pop-out battery, and you can see this is 3/4 of the way charged. And again, it has a more powerful USB, which can be used for, say, a Windows notebook or an iPad or something like that. Also for your phone, but it gives you a little bit more oomph depending on the power you need. But these are both good for charging phones, etc. All sorts of nifty things. And then that's that. So all we're going to do with this is we are going to just pop this in. There's no right or wrong direction on it. You can really put it in here either way. And once you get it in here, all you got to do is just slide this in. And you hear that click? Now it's not going anywhere. We want to take it out because we went to a trade show and we need this with us, but we don't want to take our luggage. Just pop it out, and now it's ready to go. Or, like I said in the beginning of this video, you go to check in and they say, hey, make sure you pop this out. No problem. Let me get that out of there. When you get off the plane, pop it back in, press this down to keep it safe and secure, and literally away you go. Remember to like if you like this video, like even if you didn't like this video, we'd appreciate that. Comment down below what luggage you like and if you've had any success, troubles, issues, etc. with Away. And remember, it's a great big world out there, so never stop adventuring, and subscribe to our channel for more. Thanks.